Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay,
Check, check. Check, check.
Just listen to Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Once again, it's your boy SQ, that DJ Dollar. I'm flying solo today. My partner claimed she wasn't feeling well, said she needed to stay home and get some rest from her vacation. I guess she had too much fun out there with her husband. They went somewhere and spent a whole lot of money and left me here by myself to hold it down. So I'm going to try to do my best to hold it down out there, Tampa. So y'all go ahead and sit back and relax. You got your boy for the next hour. Once again, SQ, that DJ Dollar here. And I got a couple things that I kind of want to talk about. I got a couple things on my mind that I kind of want to address. One of them is old, and a couple of them are new. So I'm going to start with the old one just because I feel as though it's a perspective that I haven't seen addressed yet. And it has to do with the world's most famous slap ever with Chris Rock and Will Smith at the Oscars last year. And since then, Chris Rock has done his special, and it's on Netflix. It was live. I thought it was awesome. So first of all, if you don't know, Will Smith walked on let's go back. Chris Rock made a joke about Jada. Will Smith walked on stage, slapped him. Chris Rock did nothing back. First off, let me start here. The joke. The joke he made was about the movie G.I. Jane. First, he compared Jada's hair, because she didn't have hair, and which, honestly, I didn't know either. She has some hair, she has some illness where her hair goes away. I'm just leave it like that because that's all I know. He made a reference to her being the new G.I. Jane movie, right? Will was laughing. Jada didn't laugh. Pause right there. I actually thought that, one, the joke was funny, but two, I thought he was paying her an actual, legit, authentic compliment. Let's take a look at G.I. Jane. G.I. Jane was a movie when, I can't think of her name right now, but she had the real famous cover when she was pregnant. She went to the Army, had to get her hair cut off, and she went through the Army. And it was a uplifting, a woman's empowerment movie. I really took it as he was saying, hey, Jada, round two, G.I. Jane, this time starring a black girl. Maybe she don't go to the Army. Maybe she goes to the Navy, or maybe she goes to the Air Force or Coast Guard. Maybe she goes to a different branch. I really, really thought that Chris Rock was paying her an actual compliment. I did not take it to be an insult that other people did. Well, the insult that Jada did, and I guess that's all that matters. Number two, I didn't know Jada had an illness that made her hair come off. I thought she was just Jada. Like, she'd been doing stuff with her hair her whole life. Like, I mean, her hair's been short most of her life, most of her career from what I remember. So I definitely didn't see that as like a issue or something worth getting mad over. I genuinely thought that it was he was paying her a compliment. I did. You might call me whatever, but I did. Hi, Nick. I see you, Nick. How you doing, brother? Once again, congratulations to you for getting your contractor's license, brother. I'm so proud of you. East Bay's very own. Now, when he made the joke, Will laughed. She got mad. Then Will proceeded to go upstairs and slap the man, blah, blah. I'm not going to get into all of he wouldn't have slapped Chris Rock if it would have been The Rock or somebody like that, because I don't really care about that. I want to go back to Jada. Now, as a woman, you kind of know when your man is getting ready to do something that, let's say, is not too bright or something that you don't think he should be doing. I have a problem with the fact that she allowed, with quotes, putting allow on quotes, she allowed him to do that. I got a problem with the fact that she didn't stop him from going on stage, because there is no reason for him to be going on stage at any moment. Why would you just sit there and watch your husband go on stage? Like, unless you with the foolishness. Like, unless you knew he was going to go up there and do something stupid and your toxic self wanted him to. That's my only logic that I can think of. So I got issues with her for that. Because if you really, really care, when you care about somebody, you don't let them do stupid things. Like, we be at the bar. I done had too many, and I order another one. My wife look at the bartender and say, hey, no, he done drinking. And I look at the bartender and I say, yep, you know what? I'm not thirsty no more. I'm done drinking. Period. Because when you care about somebody, you care about their well-being, you care about the decisions they make, and you don't want them to make dumb decisions, especially not in front of you. So why would you sit there and allow your spouse to make a dumb decision like that when you could have clearly, Will, if you don't sit your, it ain't, come on now. It ain't like when Jada raised her voice, Will don't snap at attention. Like, come on, y'all. That's kind of obvious. I mean, I'm pretty sure we all know that when Will don't do what he's supposed to do, Jada has a whip that she cracks. She probably got one of them silent, you know them dogs, you got them silent things that, like a whistle. She probably got a whistle that she can do that only Will can hear, that she used to keep him in check. So that part right there is the second issue that I have. Then you go through it. I don't have an issue with Chris Rock defending himself. I understand the gravity of the situation. I understand why he didn't put up a fight. I understand the Will Packard aspect of it. I understand the black people fighting in front of white people aspect, which I really don't care about. Black people fighting in front of white people. We've been fighting in front of black people fighting in front of white people since we got free from white people. We've been fighting in front of white people, so I don't care about that. Hell, we fight in front of white people every day now on social media, so that to me is foolery. The toxicity of Jada is the main issue. So, but I'm getting into the bigger point, what I want to really talk about. So now here we are, a year later. Chris Rock does his special. I have no issue with Chris Rock going in the way he did. You can never tell nobody how to heal, and you can't tell nobody how long it takes to heal. I like to tell people, if you break a pinky, it might take you 6 weeks to heal. If you tear your ACL, you out for 6 months to a year. So depending on the kind of pain and trauma that you suffered is how long it's going to take you to heal, and the kind of rehabilitation that you might need to go through. The same healing don't work for everybody. So whatever healing Chris Rock had to do to get where he is at now, that's him. And his retaliation is what I want to focus on. Chris Rock decided to go all the way in. I mean, he went rapper in. I ain't heard the B word so many times and directed at two people outside of a rap song. I don't think ever in life he called them everything but a child of God and a pastor. And that leads me to my main point of bringing this all up, is for the word forgiveness. Forgiveness is something that we talk about, but we don't get into heavily about. Chris Rock had an opportunity to get revenge or to offer grace. He had an opportunity, I'm going to say it again, to get revenge or offer grace and forgiveness. And there are a lot of people that said, I heard Stephen A. Smith say this, what Chris Rock did, what Will Smith did to Chris Rock is unforgivable. Nah, I can't agree with you on that one, brother. I mean, nah, I can't agree with you on that. I can think of a lot of things that have happened to other people that we would consider more unforgivable than getting slapped on stage. No, but when you have the opportunity to grant someone grace, when you have the opportunity to grant someone forgiveness, especially when it is something that you've already gotten past, especially when it is something that you have done your own work and you've prayed the prayers, you've had the conversations, and now you got an opportunity to stand up and provide an example for grace. And I'm no minister. I'm just somebody who done been through some stuff and know what it's like to be offered some mercy and some grace and some forgiveness. That's my only issue with Chris Rock, if I dare say it's an issue. He had an opportunity to offer and show the world grace and mercy at the end of his comedy special, and he did not do that, and that hurt me a little bit, because that's what I think would have cemented that whole situation full circle, as to show had Chris Rock handled something the epitome of how we would like something to be handled. If he would have got up there and said, y'all know what happened, Chris Rock did this, Will Smith did this, and y'all saw the reaction, and let me take a step away from the comedy side and just say this. Will, I forgive you. Jada, I forgive you. That's all he had to say. He could have went in. He could have went in. Because I'm still trying to understand grace and forgiveness. But I know an opportunity for it when I see it. And that was definitely an opportunity where he could have taken the high road. They once told me, he who knows the high road must take it. And I know Chris knows the high road because obviously he took it when he slapped him on stage. So clearly he knows what the high road and what forgiveness and what grace would look like at that very moment. And you had a year to plan for your special, and you took a year to decide to just be as bad as Will. In my eyes, I mean, you took a year to stand there and call his wife out of her name and call him out of his name. And now it's like, what did you really gain from that, though, Chris? Like, I get why you did it. But what did you gain from cussing out Jada, calling her a B, and cussing out Will and calling him all these names? And, yeah, your feelings was hurt. We got that. Your face hurt. We got that, too. But ain't that the point of when we're supposed to offer grace? Ain't that the point when we're supposed to offer forgiveness? Like, at your worst moment, that's when you're supposed to. Again, I'm not godly, but when Jesus asked the Father for forgiveness, where was he at? He was on the cross. He wasn't on a stage. He didn't get slapped. He was on the cross, and he still asked for forgiveness. So that's my only take on that whole situation. That's what I walked away with. We got to learn to practice forgiveness, y'all. We got to learn to practice grace. I got some more things I want to talk about coming back on the other side. Y'all don't go nowhere. This your boy, DJ Dollar.
Oh, Ricky. Ask Ricky. You need medical or a lawyer. I got the man to do the legwork for you. We tried the other ones before, so believe we hunted down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay, call Ricky, he coming. He taking care of state of Florida, grab a pen of sundown. 184-361-RICK. That's 184-361-425. Never word from the point forward, just recline. Just ask Ricky, push your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 184-361-RICK. Call Ricky, ask Ricky. It's a legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and giving you the best medical treatment and recovery. Dial 1-844-361-RICK. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
Hey, this is Agent Wright, better known as Mr. Clean. You looking for some great barbecues? Come see them two brothers in the grill, located at 423 Virginia Street, Charleston, West Virginia. We got ribs, chicken, pulled pork, brisket, collard greens, mac and cheese, baby. Come get some and get you a nice, smooth cigar. 304-550-4431. That is 304-550-4431. Come get some, baby. The Rib Man, mama, the Rib Man.
All right, y'all, it's your boy, SQ, that DJ Dollar. Don't forget the MED. I'm in my cap of red. I'm holding it down by myself. Tampa Bay Tammy taking a break. I think her husband had her up all night, all vacation. If you want to call in and rap with me, I got a phone number for you. It is 813-444-9588. I can't repeat it, so you're gonna have to text that to me so I can. All right, my next topic I want to talk about today. But if you got a question, I see y'all on Facebook Live. You can jump in. We are streaming live on In Touch News on Facebook and on YouTube. And if you don't know where I'm at In Touch News Studio at THAPS on 50th and Hillsborough, one of the nicest areas to help promote black businesses and things of that nature in the community. So it's a lot of black businesses over here. So y'all, you ever need an office or you want to just come check it out? Come on, check it out. Now, I posted something on Facebook the other day talking about Sierra's husband and Russell Wilson's wife. If you don't know, she had an outfit that was very naked that she wore. She had an outfit that she wore that was very naked to an after party at the Oscars. 813-444-9588. That's what it is. And so I posted the picture. And And I had my little 2 cents on it just because had seen a lot of people commenting about it, and especially men commenting about how she looked, and some women as well. And one thing about me and my brand, Dollar Making Sense, what I try to focus on is I try to make sense out of things, and I try to look at things from angles that most people might not see. So, for example, with the Chris Rock thing that I just got through talking about, I wanted to focus on forgiveness. And as someone who Lord knows I done crossed some people. There's probably some people out there today I need to ask for forgiveness too. So we all gonna be at a point in our life where we need somebody to look the other way from something that we did. So anyway, so now at the Sierra thing, I'm finna make a huge reference that or connection that some of y'all might not even see. If you have been paying attention in this world, women's rights and women's bodies have been under attack. Well, they've been under attack since Adam couldn't handle himself in the garden. he ate the apple. But mainly revolving abortion and women's ability to have this final say so on what they do with their bodies. And that's a pretty big issue for a lot of people. I, for one, don't think that it's fair to comment on something that I could never do. Like, I that's not one that I can ever be in that situation. So can I have an opinion on it? Yeah, but my opinion should not decide whether or not somebody can do something that they would like to do. That's wrong. And I'm connecting abortion with how women, and I'm not women, but men mainly, and are criticizing Sierra for what she wore to the event. It's almost as if men are still trying to find ways to control women. If it's not but what she wears, I'm going to quote Stephen A. Smith again. He said, my wife wouldn't wear that. Well, first of all, last time I checked, hey, Miranda, how you doing? I see you, Marcus, bruh. I see you, bruh. First of all, he said my wife wouldn't wear that. Well, I like to say this. I'm a married man for the second time. You know, things happen. My wife is grown. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna say that. And like my friend like to say, my wife get up and go to work every day. I'm nobody to tell my wife what she can and cannot do, or what she can and cannot wear. I can express my opinion and say, hey, baby, a little revealing. And she say, well, I want to wear it. I'm going to say, well, then, goddamn it, baby, that's what we wearing. But for someone to say what my wife won't do or what I wouldn't allow, see, I got a problem with that. I can't comprehend someone telling another adult what they can and cannot do. And that same logic is what I'm seeing when it comes to the abortion topic. You have men trying to tell women what they can and cannot do, or how they feel what they're doing is right or wrong. Well, your feelings are your feelings, and it's cute to have them, but it's not fair, and it's actually just flat out disrespectful to try and tell someone else what to do when, in the clothing case, they ain't hurting nobody. If you don't want to see Sierra and her nice looking body and sheer outfit with the lace and the legs, then don't look. If she walk by, you turn away. What Jay-Z say, if you don't like my lyrics, you can press fast forward. On the abortion case, as it pertains to telling women what to do and controlling their bodies, and you ain't hurting nobody, there's a slight difference because there is the child involved. However, the fact still remains that it's that woman's body. And so if she has something growing inside of her, then she has that right to decide what she wants to do with it. Now, I'm going to tell my men this. If you want to have a say-so in abortion, your say-so stops when you decide to not pull out or when you decide to not use protection. I'm going to go ahead and state that. Once you release it, it's gone. It's gone. Like, you can't. You had your say-so every step of the way up until the point that you literally injected your power into the participating willingly, hopefully, the willingly participating party on the other side of that tool that you got. And now she has every right to do with it what she will. When you give somebody something, if I reach in my pocket and I give you the Mustang keys, and I love my Mustang, once I release it and let it go and it's yours and you got it, just like she gripped you and she got it, once she got it, it's hers. It's hers to do with it what she will, and you can't get mad at whatever she decides to do with it. All you can do is be a willing participant, like you was when you willingly got in the bed, or when you asked her to get in the bed with you. So trying to say that they're not the same, they are. And we as men need to begin to respect women and treat women as equal. I posted recently, I don't have a head of household in my house. Me and my wife a team. We equal. We do this thing together. Like, because guess what? If I can't handle it, I expect her to, and vice versa. So how can I expect her to be able to handle what's going on if I don't treat her as an equal, if I don't view her as an equal? What makes you head of household anyway as a person? Let's not even use if testicles and a corona make you the head of household, I think that's pretty pathetic. Because head of household mean you run stuff because I'm assuming you can do it all by yourself. Most of y'all wouldn't be living your life without your spouse because you couldn't afford your lifestyle alone. Most of y'all been living on dual income for what, double-digit years? 5, 10, 2 years of dual income would change your life. Ain't that right, Nuke? 2 years of dual income? Oh, that changed your life. That's like getting your salary doubled, damn near. So you can't say you had a household when your household is only your household because of what your spouse contributed. You can't say that. You're not. That household is equal, bruh. Because if she take what she's contributing to if she take away from your table what she brought to your table, how big would your table be? Would your table even have a roof over your table? Would your table have anything on it? Would your table still be okay? When she walked in the house, you ain't noticed the table had 3 legs, right? She got nothing. She came in the house and put another leg on your table because you ain't have no leg on your table. So y'all cannot sit here and say that y'all heads of households out here nowadays, bro. No, ain't no head of household. We a team. We make team decisions. We eat together. We do things. We each have different roles. Like I might be a better cleaner. She might be the cook. Or she might be the yard person and I might be the cleaner. Like I love vacuuming. I think my wife might have vacuumed once since we've been living together. I like to vacuum, and I don't want her to vacuum because I like doing it, and she ain't going to do it the way I do it. So I'm going to be mad if she do it. So I like to vacuum. I like to mop. My wife loves to cook. Knock yourself out. I cook because I got to. I don't cook because I want to. But only time there's a head of household is if somebody come through that door uninvited. Then, and that's only depends on who close to the gun. Because whoever close to the gun, they had a household at that point. They had a household at that point. So I think as I'm closing off, oh, hi, Kelly. How you doing, Kelly? What's going on, sweetheart? As I'm closing off this session, I just want to repeat, man, men, it's team effort. Your woman is not beneath you. Your woman is your equal. You ain't no head of household. It is a team effort, and you cannot tell no grown woman what to do with her body, and you can't tell no grown woman what she can and cannot wear. If she don't want to wear it, that is on her. But if she want to wear it, you know what you can do? If your girl put on something, or your boyfriend, if they put on something and you don't want them to wear it, you know what you can do? You stay home. You stay home and send Sierra to come hang out with me and the rest of the noobs. We'll show you how to stand next to her and make it look good. We coming right back on the other side. It's your boy DJ Dollar, In Touch News.
By now, we're all aware of the dangers of COVID-19.
Like others with existing health issues, cancer patients are at a high risk due to their compromised condition. If you are newly diagnosed with cancer, your care likely can't wait. Moffitt Cancer Center is the best place for your cancer concerns and to provide guidance to help you plan your next steps. We're here for you. Call 1-888-456-2839 or go to moffitt.org/here for you.
Hi, it's Angela Birdsong, and I want to recommend highly that if you're an attorney, that you get a quote for errors and omissions insurance from Sam Cohen at Attorneys First. He's had over 20 years of experience, and he knows how to work with attorneys. Call him at 727-799-4321.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call Herman White at 961-6661. That's 961-6661.
Welcome back. It's your boy SQ that DJ Dollar. Please don't forget the MED. I'm here at In Touch, where I am every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. My partner in crime, the great Miss Tampa Bay Tammy, is taking the day off. Mrs. Tampa Bay Tammy is taking the day off. She was out of town, spent a couple of days with her husband, and I think her back is hurting for some reason. I'm not sure why. I ain't asking no questions. I'm going to let grown folks do what grown folks do. I done covered 2 topics so far today. I got 2 more up my sleeve. The first one was I talked about forgiveness and Chris Rock and how I think he missed on a really big opportunity to show and be an example of forgiveness and grace in a very, very tragic situation. That's just my opinion. I think he missed that opportunity. Oh, and again, if you want to call in, 813-444-9588. You want to jump on anything I got to say, especially at the lag segment. I'm going to make sure I leave time for anybody who want to call in. The second segment, I talked about abortion in Sierra and men trying to take over women's bodies and trying to control women. And I meant to say this too. Women, you start seeing those toxic behind controlling behaviors with words like what you can't do and won't do and blah, blah, blah. You need to chuck them deuces like Chris Brown. My finger look crooked. I ain't know the camera angle. You need to chuck them deuces like Chris Brown. And because don't nobody control you but you. And now in a day and age where women can earn just as much as men can, what is your claim to head a household? I know women who fight UFC. I know women who got guns. I know women who don't play the radio. So whatever you think you bring to the table that makes you head a household and you can control somebody, I don't see it. And you just better be lucky you ain't run across the right woman to put you in your place about that foolishness yet. And as it pertains, same thing with abortion. That's that woman's body. If you want to control whether a woman does or does not have an abortion, then keep it zipped up or wear a condom, tie a knot in it or something. But that's your only, once you give that power away, it's hers. And I'm trying to grab it, but maybe. So, number 3 that I want to jump on. Y'all know SQ that DJ Dollar MED. The MED stands for Masters of Education. And if you didn't know, one day we'll talk about the story, but I started my doctorate. I was a year into it, then I quit. We'll talk about that another day. I want to talk about a story I saw, and I've seen several more since then. Shout out to Big Locks. Hung out with him yesterday. He pointed out some more, where there was a lady who was 32 at the time, and she was messing around with her 12-year-old student. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Yeah, she was messing around with her 12-year-old student, and she got caught, ended up going to jail, and there was some comments that was made by yours truly that some people didn't like. And it went something like this. I definitely believe that the young lady needs to go to jail. By all means, she need to get thrown under the jail. She's the adult. She know what's going on. I'm going to read it to you word for word. Look, throw her under the jail. That's fine. But don't tell me the 12-year-old boy is innocent. Don't tell me he had no clue what he was doing was wrong. When will we start to punish these kids in these instances? They know better. The adults should know more better, but Junior ain't stupid. If he made it to 12 and don't know getting freaky with the teacher, live or through the phone is wrong, then we got bigger problems. And I got a whole lot of slack for what I said. Now, let's keep in mind, we all are able to have opinions. We don't got to like them all, but it's never personal. It's just sometimes we view things a little different. And this is one I view different, but mainly because professionally, I've dealt with this situation so many times as an educator and as actually when I was a student myself. It's hard to say that now we're going to just leave the adult alone. We're going to mention her. We know any adult in this situation is wrong. But two things can be true. She can be wrong, and he knew better. You heard what I said? She was wrong, but he also knew better. And as soon as man, look, you've been in school 12 years. Now hear me out, Sharita, hear me out. You've been, because I know you're a parent and a mother, and I already know her. You've been in school 12 years. Let's say you started at what? 7 years old, 6 years old. So that puts you in kindergarten. So if you're 12, you in the 7th grade. 12, 13, you're in the 7th grade. So you've been in school 8 years. Now, you've been in school 8 years. In 8 years, what have you learned behavior-wise regarding what's appropriate and what's not appropriate? You know you can't cuss at teachers. You can't really scream at teachers. You know you can't touch other kids. You know you can't bully people. You can't hit people. You know you can't steal. You can't take stuff. You know you can't inappropriately touch people. You know these are things that you know as you grow in school. By 7th grade, now I'm assuming, of course, take a step back, barring no mental deficiencies. We're talking a traditional, all their faculties, nothing is lacking mentally. That's what we're referring to. Nothing is lacking mentally. You know that certain things are wrong and inappropriate, even outside the house. So me saying that little boy knew that was wrong, and people saying that I'm wrong for saying that, make sense. Let's take it out of the school. Let's say it was the neighbor next door. He didn't know that it's wrong to be talking to or touching or sending. The article said, don't laugh now, this is true. The article said the teacher would ask the little boy to go up in his room and film himself doing activities and send it to her. Now, had this conversation yesterday. Watch this. The boy had a cell phone. What parent gives a kid a cell phone and doesn't establish rules? Do not send this on your cell phone. Do not send that on your cell phone. I don't want to see your hot dog. What Kevin Hart say? You tell me it's a hot dog without the bun on the phone. So you're going to be in jail by lunch. You cannot tell me that the kid, I mean, you can. I ain't going to believe you. That you gave your child a phone and did not explain to him what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. Now, if you did, because every parent should have, so now either the parents are lacking and they're just horrible parents, because I want to know where were y'all. I always want to know where was the parents at when all this was going on. And don't tell me kids be hiding. That's your child's phone. He paid that phone bill. You should be going through that phone. Your child shouldn't even have a phone at night. Why is your child even got his phone when he home with you? When your child at 12, when your child come home, that phone should go in your hands. What he need it for? Anything he need is a computer out in the front for everybody else or something like. I mean, there's got to be parameters. You don't just give a kid a phone and say, "Good luck. Hope you don't come across Pornhub." Like, no, there has to be some accountability. So now that we know, we've established the kids got some ground rules, because the kid don't pay the cell phone bill. So it means the parents had to, I'm just doing deductive reasoning here. It means the parent had to give some ground rules when he gave the kid the phone, so the kid know what he can't be doing. Now, let's go back to the schoolhouse. You a child. You can't even come into school and raise your voice at your teacher. What make you think it's okay to be getting naked pictures from her? What make you think it's okay? Or not even that. I'm trying to give the child the benefit of the doubt as I can. At no point did it ever cross your mind that something might be wrong here. And even if that's the case, why was it not reported? Why did you not mention it? What if he was at an all-boys school? Or what if the situation was reversed? Like, when do we expect kids to do what we expect them to do? Not to say they always will, but that's why we teach them certain things. Hey, this is serious. Stranger danger, right or wrong. Like, hey, don't do this. Don't do that. But when you do it, you got to let them know, hey, this should not happen. You're wrong. Something needs to happen. I ain't saying the kid need to go to jail. Let me say that. I ain't saying the kid need to get jail or go to punished.
Are you talking about Jada Pinkett Smith and her boyfriend? Or somebody else?
That was wrong. No, but for real, no, I ain't saying that the little boy needs to go to. And I will, if you got something to say, Sharita, please feel free to call in. 813-444-9588. Anybody, 813-444-9588. Feel free to call in if you got something, if you got a question or something. But I don't think the boy should be like going to jail or anything like that. But there needs to be some kind of consequence for him actively, consciously engaging in inappropriate behavior. Because if he did that with another student, then what would happen? He would be suspended. I know that for a fact because I've seen him suspended because I sat there and watched him get suspended. So if he's doing it with another student, he's getting suspended. Damn near the punishment or the consequences for him doing it with an adult should be even worse because you should have reported that when it happened. If you and little Susie sitting next to each other touching and blah, 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 I'm mad, but I ain't as mad as you and Mrs. Johnson and you not saying nothing. That's just unacceptable. Throw Miss Johnson under the bus and then take her to jail. But little Johnny, he's got to get counseling. He's got to go to counseling. Like, I'm a big proponent of counseling, mental health. He's got to get some counseling. Yes. But at some point, we have to tell people you were wrong. You messed up. It's not okay. And when you mess up, things happen. Because if we look at how this continues to happen, this is the one thing we never talk about when these situations come up. We never address the kid. As if the kid didn't know what they was doing. Now, if you're talking about a situation where it was forced, not the same. But when this has been a repetitive behavior for over and over a period of time, and this has happened multiple times, like she got, what, they said like 13 counts or something like that? Like something crazy. 15 charges. 15 charges, that means 15 charges could be 15 pitches or something like that. But still, it happened over a period of time and multiple times. When they found her, she had a bracelet with the boy initials on it and a picture of him in her wallet. So this had to happen over a while. All I'm saying is we got to hold kids accountable, man. Because kids who are not held accountable become adults who do reckless things. Adults who do reckless things like, oh, I don't know, try to take home a 12-year-old student. I don't know. Anyway, I got one more segment. It's your boy, SQ, that DJ Dollar, In Touch Radio, live at 5. Be back in 2.
Listen to Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay, Tammy.
Call Ricky. Ask Ricky. You need medical or a lawyer? I got the man to do the legwork for you. We tried the other ones before, so believe we hunted down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay. Call Ricky, he coming. He taking care of state of Florida. Grab a pen of sundown 184-361-RICK. That's 184-361-7425. Never word from the point forward, just recline. Just ask Ricky, plus your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 184-361-RICK. Call Ricky, ask Ricky is a legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and getting you the best medical treatment and recovery. Dial 1-844-361-RICK. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
By now, we're all aware of the dangers of COVID-19. Like others with existing health issues, cancer patients are at a high risk due to their compromised condition. If you are newly diagnosed with cancer, your care likely can't wait. Moffitt Cancer Center is the best place for your cancer concerns and to provide guidance to help you plan your next steps. We're here for you. Call 1-888-456-2839 or go to moffitt.org/here-for-you.
Hi, it's Angela Birdsong, and I want to recommend highly that if you're an attorney, that you get a quote for errors and omissions insurance from Sam Cohen at Attorneys First. He's had over 20 years of experience, and he knows how to work with attorneys. Call him at 727-799-4321.
What's that going? Just like that, I'm back. Live at 5. It's your boy SQ, that DJ Dollar MED. I'm missing my girl. I know she at home listening, critiquing. She probably got a piece of paper writing down, listening. She probably looking at me on YouTube. I know I look good. I look good today. I brought back the old FUBU sweater, y'all. You ain't seen this since what? Seen this since the 90s. So far, I done talked about forgiveness with Chris Rock. I think Chris Rock missed the opportunity to send forgiveness and grace to it's 813-444-9588. 813-444-9588. I think he missed out on the opportunity to provide grace and forgiveness to Will and Jada. Instead, he cussed them out from the rooter to the tutor on his special. And I just think he could have did that a little bit differently. So I'm big on forgiveness, man, because we all screw up and need the grace. And remember, on the cross, the Lord offered forgiveness. I hear a phone ringing. Let me find out somebody called to talk to me. You live at 5 with that DJ Dollar. Who I got?
Sabrina.
Hello, Sabrina. How are you?
I'm okay, and how are you today?
I'm wonderful, darling. So we were talking about the case with the young lady. Well, not young lady. She's 33, and the little boy was 12. And I expressed the opinion that I think we need to hold the little boy accountable. And you say hold the parents accountable, not the kids. Tell me why.
That's right. Everything kids do in life comes from parents. It's simple as that. If we teach our kids properly, they won't get in situations. And I have two. A girl and a boy. It is what it is.
So you don't think that anything should be done to the kid from a consequence standpoint, not even a conversation with asking him, did he feel like it was wrong? Like,
okay, a conversation, but accountable parents.
Oh, the kids' parents.
I noticed that as parents, our kids get in situations and it's just what it is. You understand what I'm saying? They always get in a situation, and it is what it is. But at the same time, when we going to stop being accountable for what they do, what they say, in life, period?
That's a good question. That is wait. Let me stop you there. That's a very good question. When are parents no longer accountable for what their kids do? According to the laws of the land, it's 18, technically. So until 18, you can be held accountable for whatever your child as a parent does.
And I understand that, but as parents, what happens when a child is in a situation and every time you look around, that's my child. That's my child. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. And you know what?
You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. And I think it's like this. Whenever something good happens, parents take the credit for, hey, look what my son did, and they want to be all on Facebook posting pictures. Your son got perfect attendance, or your son scored a touchdown, or something like that. So I think if parents want one, you got to be willing to take the other. So do you think that they should hold the parents of the child accountable for what happened?
A little.
Okay.
They need to share the responsibility.
Okay, we getting somewhere with that.
How old the child was again? Wait, how old the child was again?
13. Well, 12. 12. It was 12 when it started. 12 when it started. 13 when she got arrested. But it started when he was 12. So it was going along for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you think?
Parents. I'm serious. Parents.
So let me ask you this.
And then, wait.
I'm listening.
when they notice things, they act like they don't know things. They don't see it.
Okay, that's true. I give you that.
Growing up, as parents,
Uh-huh.
I ain't scared to say I'm 45 years old.
Ooh, you sound
I know
good,
when
girl.
Something was wrong. I know when something was wrong with my child. I know when something was going on because I paid attention and I noticed.
Uh-huh.
I didn't ignore anything. I got to questioning.
Uh-huh. Okay,
I
so
was only until I got that answer. But as some parents just they see, but then they don't see.
so let me ask you this: when you give a
They
when you
got a feeling, but
let me ask you when you give a child a cell phone, do it come with some certain rules?
yes, I check my son's cell phone and I be on it all the time. And guess what? And when I almost gave the secret away.
Don't get a secret away. Don't get it. Well, he ain't listening. He don't know what we got going on. He ain't listening.
All parents, if you really know,
Uh-huh.
when your child doing something on the phone, it's a way you can check what their history and what they was up to.
Oh yeah. Well, you need to let them parents know that, because that was my thing is how is he sending his teacher videos and the parents don't know? How is parents not checking their kids' phones?
My son has a phone. He is not allowed to take his phone to school.
Oh,
He
okay.
has his phone up until a certain time. And my son, 18 years old, I don't care. When I get that phone in the morning time when he's catching his bus, I go right into the Chrome.
I agree with you, but and that was my thing too. You know, why do you need your phone? Why do you need your cell phone at school? Why do you need your cell phone at school? You at school. What you need your cell phone for? I know where you at.
Exactly.
I know where you at. They don't need no phone at school. I know exactly where you at and what you doing. You don't need no cell phone at school.
Exactly. If it's a problem, they go call.
Yeah, if it's a problem, they gonna call me, and they know where I'm at. I got my phone, and I got your phone if they need it. So I got a problem. Well, thank you, darling, for calling in. I still don't. Okay, so can we agree that the little boy got to go to counseling?
He needs something. He needs something.
Let me ask you. Hold on. Let me ask you this. Do you think he knew what he was doing? At 12 years, 12, 13, you think he knew what he was doing?
No, I'm going to pause a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Because let me tell you something. I don't know how it goes. Like I said, I have a son that's autism.
Uh-huh.
And I learned from autism kids, their hormones be sky high.
Oh, okay, well, that's a little different. Yeah, I understand that.
So you got to keep an eye on them.
You got to keep an eye on them differently. Okay.
Yeah. So my thing is on that situation, I'll say this. He needs some heavy counseling.
Some heavy counseling.
Very heavy counseling.
Some
and
heavy.
The parents need to go to counseling with him.
Oh, now I agree with that. That's a very good point. She said take the parents to counseling with him. So, all right, Brina, I appreciate you for calling in. I got about 5 more minutes left. You have a good time. I'll be back tomorrow. I got about 5 minutes left. Let me say hi to my mama. Hi, Tammy. I see you. Miss Cubano. I see you. How you doing? Maryland. How y'all doing? I wanted to end on some Tampa nightlife stuff. My homeboy got shot recently at the club, man. So I just want to say, man, if y'all going out here and having fun, man, be cautious about where you go. If they ain't checking people, then don't go. And be careful about where you go. Be careful about where you party. And if you know the area where you're going, then make sure you don't go alone. You know what I'm saying? And if you see something popping off, don't be pulling out your phone. Don't be quick to pull out your phone. Like, go. like just leave. Just leave. And last thing, I want to go back to the Chris Rock thing just because I want to say my own mea culpa. Because, again, the point of the Chris Rock thing was to talk about forgiveness and grace. And grace is something I'm just learning about. And I know Miss Cubano, I know Lisa could help me out with a good definition on grace and what it looks like. And but it's something that I'm just learning, and I'm trying to do better with myself on. And the best time to give forgiveness is when it's the hardest to give. That's what I learned. And what I hate is that because Chris Rock didn't forgive Will and Jada, and instead he went the retaliation route, I feel like that negative energy is gonna stick with him. I feel like he ain't gonna just get rid of it. I feel like it's still gonna be there, and he's gonna have to like carry that around with him. Whereas one of the reasons you forgive people, and I learned this in my own studying, you forgive people to take your own weight off. That's part of the main aspect of forgiveness, is to relieve yourself of that negative energy, and that helps you to move on. So in you forgiving someone, you're helping yourself to be like, you know what? You wronged me and I feel a way. But if I retaliate to you, it doesn't end. But if I forgive you and I offer you that grace, then now it's off my shoulders. And now it's just out in the atmosphere for you to do with it what you will. But because there was no retaliation, then that means it's over. But now it's never going to be over, because now they're just going back and forth. Now it's going to be a back and forth thing. And if he had the nerve to say his mama taught him not to fight in front of white people, then I wish he would have said, but my grandma taught me to forgive my brothers and sisters in front of white people. Like, that's what he should have did. If you really wanted to be an example of what everybody like to throw around, black excellence, if you really want it, he got it halfway right. I give Chris Rock a 85, because the standing there and taking it is the 85, but the other 15% that he would have earned would have been, hi Jody, how you doing? I see you. The other 15 that he would have got would have been when he would have gave Will Smith and Jada forgiveness, and he would have offered them compassion and grace, and that would have really been an example of what black excellence looks like. And that would have really showed people, because that's one thing a lot of people don't know how to do, is to forgive when they've been crossed in a way that they don't feel is forgivable. And so for Chris Rock to be crossed in the way that he was crossed, he now has the chance to show forgiveness on a level that people have never seen before in my generation. My generation would have never, ever seen forgiveness like that, ever. And Big Brother Rock, he missed out on that. And I hope at some point this makes it to him. So once again, I am SQ, that DJ Dollar. It was a terrific Tuesday. I hope y'all go somewhere and find you some tacos. I know some places locally that's doing it. I know Exchange is always bumping. You just got to get there early. I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully my partner in crime will be here too. You catch it on YouTube at In Touch News. I appreciate y'all. Love you. Mwah!
Just listen to Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay, yeah, yeah. Just listen to Tampa Bay, Tampa.
Yo, C. Man, we need to get out and do something, man. Got all these